Pablo Picasso's 1937 Guernica painting. The artist behind this painting is a Spanish painter known as Pablo Picasso, who lived from 1881 to 1973. Picasso was born in the Spanish province of Malacca. Similarly, this painting depicts an event that happened in a town nearby Picasso's hometown. The historical context of this painting is that it represents the events of a Nazi German bombing of Guernica during the Spanish 1936 to 1939 Civil War under the request of Spanish nationalists who were against the inhabitants of this Basque town. This painting was painted by Picasso when he was living in Paris to raise awareness about this massacre as a part of the anti-war movement. The social context of this painting was that Pablo Picasso was amongst the leading artists during this modern art period from the 1860s to the 1970s. This group of artists created and followed a trend of experimenting different painting techniques and went beyond the genre of realism. In this presentation, I will be analyzing how identity and culture are expressed through the language of art. I will do this by analyzing the elements of art, specifically color and form, that are being used by the artist to express his identity and culture in this painting. Picasso used the element of color to express his personal emotions of sorrowness in relation to the historical culture of the massacre of the Basque town, which can represent his cultural identity. Historical culture refers to how culture and tradition and cultural interpretations of historical experiences are approached. The color that is used in this painting is black, gray, and white, which are monochromes. These colors symbolizes sadness, as these colors are used to mourn the dead in most cultures around the world, and definitely in Spain. Furthermore, the use of these colors are used in a way that creates an image that is more two-dimensional, which is different from most paintings from prior to the modern art era that are more realistic, which shows that Picasso belongs to this movement. Picasso also does this through his use of language or elements of shape and form. The artist uses different unique shapes and forms to express his identity as an artist during the modern art era, and this became a well-known style that is famous to his name. One may say that this style of art is like a jargon that is particular to a group of people and quite difficult for others to understand. Though in today's time we understand modern art and Picasso's painting more, it was very controversial and difficult for people during his time that were others outside the group of modern artists to admire and understand his painting styles. Through using these artificial shapes that are not mundane, this creates a feeling of chaos and horror for the audience, which depicts the events of the massacre. To conclude, Pablo Picasso uses the element of color and form to express his identity as an artist from the modern art era and culture as a fellow Spanish who had witnessed his people being massacred close to his hometown. Language can be used to express and affirm identity, as a form of language is used to show how people was raised and his culture, and how the artist chooses to use it also shows how he affirms his identity. Thank you.